I created this theme to avoid copyright. I created this theme to avoid copyright. I created this theme to avoid copyright. Welcome to Grandpa's World. All right, there we go.
That's right, man. We are live. We are on for another week.
We didn't have a problem. This is the second week we didn't have a problem with the broadcast starting, so I'm thinking we were just streaming to so many places. I broke it down to just 4. Just my YouTube channel, Mike's YouTube channel, Mike's Twitch, and then our Rumble page. Instead of having it go to like 7 different places at once, I think that's what was causing it, because this is the second time I started the broadcast and it started right away. So
Right. No lag in time at all, man.
Right. So hopefully everything's good. Hopefully everything's good. But yeah, we took a week. I wasn't feeling good last week. You split on me early the week before. So hopefully this week we're well enough to go the full gambit.
I'm still a little bit under the weather. Still like kind of kicking the idea of going to the emergency room back and forth. But I might go tomorrow. I got to get some stuff checked out. And other than that, I'm doing all right.
As long as you still have your balls, you'll be all right.
Right. Which
when the doctor says we got to remove your testicles, then you can start freaking out.
Yeah, so I got a friend that's kind of there right now, man. It was on the table there for a minute, but the doctor said he didn't advise it at this point. So that's some scary shit to be in, man. Yeah, it's not a position I'd want to be in.
I'd hate to lose mine. I mean, I don't need them anymore. I'm too old for kids. Well, I mean, I can still make kids, but I don't need any more. The wife's got her plumbing.
Yeah, but you still got the libido. You still got an active partner and a libido and everything. So you still would need them for the drive,
But I'm at that point now where I mean, if I had to stop having sex, I'd be all right. I'm at that age now. A couple years ago, maybe not. 15 years ago, maybe not. But now I'm like,
that's where I'm at. I don't even seek it out anymore. And like you saw my post the other day, I can't even do online dating, like just to talk to somebody online anymore. I recently met somebody online and we were talking back and forth and everything was cool. And then all of a sudden just got the cold shoulder out of nowhere. Just,
you got ghosted.
Yeah, I think it was the reality of my situation, though. Like I don't have a whole lot to offer a partner at this point, and my health is so bad. It's kind of, I get it, I understand, but still, it kind of just blows. Like you start talking to somebody, and then you don't know what you did, and out of nowhere, they just don't want to talk to you anymore. It's a crock of shit, if you ask me.
They got dating apps for gays and trannies and furries and farmers and all sorts of stuff. They need one for us dying folks. Like
yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like the hospice.
Right,
dating for hospice folks, or something. I don't know.
Like we're not desperate to have sex or anything, but we're desperate for just some fucking companionship.
Right, yeah, and that's all I was looking for. And I don't know if that's what she was looking for or whatever, but like I said, this girl was all, like, oh, we can work on getting you outside and I can cook stuff for you and blah, 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 and everything was going great. And then boom, just disappeared, just out of nowhere. See, and I'm just like, I don't even want to try anymore, man.
See, that's what you need. You need yourself a companion. Right. Me coming over and Harvey coming over and all that. That's fine. But you need You need a female companion who you can do things with and talk to and hang out with. But
Yeah, somebody preferably with a nice big vehicle that I can fit into and go see movies with and stuff. And yeah, it kind of blows. You know, my last girlfriend, Megan, that was a pretty good match for something like that. And she had a nice big truck and could cruise around with her. And we went to a lot of movies together and stuff. But, fate is what it is,
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
Yeah,
very
she passed away unexpectedly and very abruptly in a weird accident. And I don't think I haven't really dated since, so now I got myself back out there and, right off the bat, I get rejected. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't really know if I want to do this much anymore. It's
well.
no big deal, but
I wouldn't quit just yet. Sometimes you gotta weed through the bullshit to get to the good
yeah,
stuff. I'm not gonna be one of those fucking softy fuckers that is gonna be like, there's somebody out there for everybody. No, some people do live the rest of their life alone with nobody. So, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you there's somebody out there for you, but you won't know unless you at least
unless
keep
I try, yeah. And I
right.
do kind of, I don't want to be alone for the rest of my life. Like now, being sick and faced with going up to the hospital, if I had somebody here or somebody with me to like, if it is the end or, if somebody can take care of Bubba and my little dog and, just somebody can take care of my affairs and whatnot. I don't know. It is what it is.
Well, just like I said, I wouldn't give up. I would keep going. Just
I wish we could get like, Blade Runner replicants, just order a nice little 24-year-old chick that just comes over and, she just takes care of business, but it's, but those replicants in Blade Runner only lasted 4 years. So I don't think I'd want that too much.
yeah. Hey, if you can survive another decade, then we probably will. But see, the problem is the replicants. We'll have those replicants one day, but they'll be too expensive.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We won't, us poor people will never be able to get them. And then when
No.
they can make replicants, the rich people will just get rid of us poor people anyway. So
Yeah, because then they won't need us.
yeah, did you see what Bill Gates supposedly said in the Epstein files? He made some comment to Epstein. Well, how can we get rid of poor people? Man, fuck you, Bill Gates. Fucking. I can't wait till that motherfucker. I'm telling you, I don't want to get too political here, but Benjamin Netanyahu and Bill Gates can both go fuck off, dude. When they're gone, the world's going to be a better place. But
They'll live forever. They're going to clone themselves like the emperor did.
they probably already did. They're probably like there's four little nerdy Bill Gates running around out there already learning the ropes. And he's just going to transfer his consciousness over to one of them. And
Right. Right.
now, what do you think about this rumor that Netanyahu's dead?
I don't know. I don't. I see the stuff. Look, I don't
Right?
know. Here's what I'm thinking personally. All the videos they made are AI, but
Yeah.
I think he got hurt, but he's laying low, and not to panic the country of Israel. His people. They're lying. I don't think he's dead because if he was dead, they'd have to come out and say it at some point. So why hide it? But if he's injured and somebody's not, and they're not, it'd be like here. if Trump got hurt or sick during a crisis like what we're going through now, I think if he got sick and injured, they would use AI too to show him doing interviews and stuff. That way they wouldn't have to go and explain how, well, actually, Vance is running things temporarily. And I think it would cause too much mass confusion and people would start, having, I think he's
Yeah, I
fine.
could see all that. I could see all that. Yeah, there is rumors out there that he took basically the Israeli Air Force One and flew it into Germany. That's Germany's the only place that would take him. So he's supposedly healing in Germany, but you don't know what's true anymore. You don't know what's true these days.
I mean, to be honest with you, if I was the prime minister of a small country like Israel, surrounded by other Muslim countries, and I was starting a war, well, it's not a war.
With everybody, yeah.
I would actually want to leave and hide somewhere too, because it seems like he'd be a sitting duck just hiding somewhere in Israel. Israel's small.
I mean, it's tiny. I don't even think it's the size of California, is it?
I don't think so. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, if he's hiding somewhere, I mean, more power to him, because, that'd be like the president. That'd be like us being invaded by somebody and Trump staying at the White House. Like, that's the last place. Like, don't you think if we were bombed or invaded by somebody, they would move him somewhere?
Yeah, he'd be in a bunker somewhere. And it probably would be the same. I mean, look at how many of them, the Iranians, Israel has already taken out, all the leadership. So he knows that he's going to be the prime target.
Right.
And, he knows that the world would probably celebrate if he was gone, but I shouldn't get too political because I don't want people knocking on the door.
If I was the leader of a country and there was a war going on, I'd want to put me in a fucking sub. That's the best place to hide, in a fucking sub. Because a bunker, if they can find out the bunker is, they can use a bunker buster. But if you're in a sub, you're always on the move. It's hard to find you. If there's, if the U.S. government has like 20 subs out there in the water, they'd have to find all of them, bomb them all. So I'd want to hide in a submarine, to tell you the truth.
Right. That might get a little cramped up after a while, but I don't think I could handle it.
Yeah, but you're the president. You could have one whole section to yourself and have everything you need. I mean, Air Force One is a regular plane like any other plane, as in, jumbo jets and whatnot. But the way it's made inside is all luxurious. They could do that with a sub.
Right.
Give him a cappuccino machine and, he'd be sitting pretty. Well,
yeah, Trump would be all right. He'd be Trumped out up there.
Yeah, he that's one thing I can say about Trump that I've always thought was interesting. He's a big fan of McDonald's.
Yeah, it's like that's all he lives on, man. It's kind of creepy. Like, it's weird that you don't hear him talk about like any kind of fancy foods or what foods he like. It's like McDonald's is the only thing that the dude likes.
And if
that's all I've ever heard him talk about.
I look back at the past, with what's going on with him now, that's one thing. But if you go back and look before he got in, he's always had political views on things, always. If you go back and look at his interviews in the 80s and whatnot, he back then he was a Democrat, but he still would talk politics and sound weird and say stupid stuff. He's always been that way. But my thing about him is, if he hadn't got into the game of politics, I think he'd be just as popular as he used to be. I mean, if you look at all the stuff he did, he was on Saturday Night Live having a good time. He did his show, The Apprentice. He could have been a spokesman for McDonald's at some point. What I'm saying is, I think him getting into politics ruined himself. I think he was
pretty much, because
he was more.
Isn't it weird? Like, all the people on The View liked him before he went and got into politics. And, a lot of the black folks really liked him before he went into politics, and now all of a sudden everybody's supposed to hate him.
But notice it happened. But no, it happened before, because I The silent generation and boomers raised us. And my grandfather, was a lifelong Democrat, and he liked Reagan, but he said Reagan was more liked as an actor than a politician. So this has happened before.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it happened with Schwarzenegger too. Like, I don't know if Schwarzenegger was a popular governor or not. I didn't really follow his political career.
The only
it's too bad a foreign-born citizen couldn't be president. I think Schwarzenegger would make a good president.
The only person I think that went into politics, two people that went into politics, and it didn't hurt them at all. One was Clint Eastwood, but that was because he was just the mayor. He was just a mayor, so it wasn't that big of a deal. That didn't hurt him. But Jesse Ventura, the only thing that hurt him is he kind of went crazy with the conspiracy theory stuff. But when he was done with politics, he never ran for re-election because he came out and said, the system sucks, it's rigged. The things he wanted to do, there were powers that be that were stopping him at every turn. And he was like, fuck this, I don't want to be a part of this. So he's the only one where politics didn't hurt him because he fucking hates politics now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he exposed a lot of that shit, dude.
Politics.
Go ahead.
Politics is like a death knell. You get into politics, you might as well give up anything. If you don't stay political, you're fucked. I know, like that Dan Bongino, vagina guy, whatever. His numbers aren't as good as they were before he went into the office because he fucking went in there and, talking about I'm a badass, gonna go after them Epstein fuckers. Then he gets in there and does shit, and then he fucking quits and leaves. So he still has viewers, but his numbers have dropped really bad, and they're not as good as they used to be. Once you get into politics, you need to stay in them. Otherwise, you're fucked. You're
pretty much. Yeah, I don't watch Dan Bongino anymore. I was pretty disappointed with how he, I really thought he was going to go in there and really do some damage. But I think they had him under control pretty much the second he went in there, it was all over.
That's why, if you want to be a good guy, a good person, and you want to have laughs and have friends and be talk of the town, stay away from politics, man. You'll be better off doing something else. You'll be better off.
Yeah, well, look at our hometown boy here, Paul Ryan. He made it all the way up to the Speaker of the House. They were talking about him being president someday. And then, he had a falling out with Trump. And now he's pretty much not ruined, but he got out of politics and he's pretty much a nobody now.
Right.
Well, he's on the board of directors for the Shine Corporation. So he's doing okay as a businessman, I guess.
When you're on the board, you only have to show up like 4 or 5 times a year and you get a big paycheck. So he's not like, I mean,
I think it's because of his connections, I'm sure. But now it's weird. Paul Ryan still has a whole Secret Service detail. Like so there's Secret Service that's active in town here. And he lives over by Craig High School. I know a guy that used to deliver pizzas and was delivering a pizza to Paul Ryan's daughter. And the daughters forgot to tell the Secret Service about it. So they're going to deliver the pizza. And dude gets jumped by a couple guys with guns and shit. And he's all freaking out.
Damn.
Didn't even realize it was Paul Ryan's house, man. You know who Paul Ryan is, right?
Yeah, when he ran with Mitt, that whole area by Courthouse Hill was crazy because that's where he lives.
Yeah. Kind of Courthouse Hill, kind of by Craig High School, kind of in the middle over there, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, did he run with Mitt Romney? Was he going to be vice president?
Yeah, he was running. See, that's what he ran with Mitt as the vice president. but he did step. I don't think he resigned from his position until I don't
Until
know if he
Trump,
was
yeah, Trump's first term is when he stepped down.
okay. I wasn't sure when he left.
Yeah, I guess he didn't get along with Trump at all, and seems to be a kind of a going thing, I guess. But
Yeah, I thought he moved though. I thought he moved. I thought my wife said him and his kids graduated and he moved, but I don't know.
that could be. I haven't really heard anything about him in a long time, man. It's he used to make appearances all over town, at supper clubs and Woodman's and that kind of shit. But I haven't seen him in ages. I haven't heard anything about him. Nothing.
Well, when we used to live upstairs above Carousel Consignment, he used to come in there and shop. And when he would come, the Secret Service would come and park in the lot. They would get out. They would go in the back door, clear out the store, and then they would stand outside the front doors and not let anybody in. And then him and his wife or whoever was with him would come in the back door to go shopping. And then they would stand at the back door. Because I was smoking at the time, and I would go out on the roof and I would smoke. But they wouldn't tell us we couldn't be out there because we lived there. But we just couldn't come off the roof. Like I couldn't go in the store. And I remember
Right.
him getting, I was up there smoking one day when he was coming in and he looked up at me and said, hello. I was like, yo, what am I going to say? And this was when he was running for vice president. And I was just like,
Yeah,
yo,
I mean, it got a celebrity up in there. Well,
but it was,
his office was right across the street there in the
yeah,
old town mall.
I hated that shit because every fucking Wednesday, all the old folks would come out and protest over there and they would be loud and people would honk. And I'd be like, ugh,
Yeah,
it used
just
to
go
bug
the
me.
fuck away. Yeah, I remember all that shit. It's just like, God damn, just get something better to do. Now, hell, they protest every week now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
some things never change, man. Now,
So,
we should probably get back on target, though.
yes, that's what I was getting ready to say. This week, we're bringing back the top 10 list and we are doing our top 10 one-hit wonders.
Well, for me, it's not necessarily my top 10. It's just 10 that I kind of chose at random for discussion. There was
That's
so many to choose from. I just had to pull 10 out just so I could have some discussion. But we will definitely see how it goes.
well, that's what I did. I did these are not in any particular order and they're not favorites or disfavorites. They're just 10 that I like listening to from time to time with one being a super guilty pleasure. But what I wanted to specify here is a lot of this, you're not going to see any one hit wonders from me when it comes to certain music, specifically metal and hard rock and all that,
Right?
because let's say, for instance, let's for argument's sake, let's just say Winger. Let's say 17 was Winger's only hit, right? So let's say, okay, Winger was a one hit wonder. Well, I wouldn't consider them a one hit wonder if I own their album and enjoy their album. So I picked one hit wonders from bands and people where this is the only fucking song I really know. Because to me, even if it was a one hit wonder, like I can't give an example right now, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like if
Oh,
I
yeah.
own if I own the album and love the album, but they are a one hit wonder, it's not on my list because I don't consider them a one hit wonder.
Now, I went the exact same route, and I put 3 bands because I went to the like Google listing of or the Wikipedia listing for a bunch of one-hit wonders, and there was a couple couple bands on here that I got absolutely pissed about for the same reason you just mentioned, that these bands are listed as one-hit wonders, and there's no fucking way they're one-hit wonders because I've had multiple albums by these guys, and the albums were masterpieces, but they're still listed as one-hit wonder bands. And I'm going to read off those bands for you right now. They have LA Guns listed as a one-hit wonder band.
Because
For the Ballad of... And I'm like, no, that's fucking LA Guns. Oh, God damn it, I got a mouse in here. LA Guns was not a one-hit wonder. I was into LA Guns way before Ballad of Jane came out, and there's no way.
See, that's
The
what
second
I.
one.
That's the
Go
that's
ahead.
the thing. That's the thing. See, they say you know one hit. They say one hit wonder, but when I think of one hit wonder, I think of somebody who showed up, made a lot of money, got famous off of one song, and then disappeared.
Right, and you're going to buy, like, you would buy the single or the 45. You wouldn't buy the whole album, and they certainly wouldn't have staying power. Like the next band I'm going to mention, saying it's a one-hit wonder, and I laughed my ass off. Queensryche, because Silent Lucidity was their one big song. I laughed, and I was like, there's no way Queensryche can be listed as a one-hit wonder. They had the greatest rock opera of all time. Empire was a big song. Silent Lucidity, Eyes of a Stranger, Rage for Order. You know, they have so many songs that were big on MTV that I thought it was laughable that they would say this band was a one-hit wonder. Another band that this one absolutely fucking pissed me off because they get brought up a lot as one-hit wonders, and it's the farthest thing from the truth. Faith No More. I was like, you gotta be fucking shitting me.
They were saying
Faith No More. Their one hit is their worst song. You know what I'm saying? Like, Epic is the song that everybody skips from Faith No More. It's goddamn ridiculous.
I won't say Epic is their worst song, but I will say that it was a good song that no one wants to listen to anymore because everybody played it constantly.
I'll give it that because I will listen to Epic every once in a while and appreciate it for what it is and appreciate that it put them on the map, the whole deal. But saying that's their only hit and Faith No More, everything they did after that album are some of my favorite albums of all time. Like King for a Day, Angel Dust, Album of the Year, fucking, those albums are masterpieces to me. There's no way they're one-hit wonders.
Well,
and then they listed Faster Pussycat. Okay, all right. Well, I can see, House of Pain. That was their big song, I guess. But like I said, I was a fan of Faster Pussycat before that song came. Yeah.
When what's his face was on Headbangers Ball, the guy who
Ricky Rackman.
When Ricky Rackman was on there, he played Bathroom Wall all the time. You would have thought Bathroom Wall was a bigger song than
House of Pain. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, well, they had Bathroom Wall, they had House of Pain, they had a couple other ones.
They even had a good hit with You're So Vain. They did a cover
of
You're So Vain.
Was a pretty big hit, yeah. So it's a stretch to say that those are one-hit wonders. So yeah, Wikipedia, your list is kind of fucking whack. There were some other ones that I put there, but those were the four that kind of, kind of like, I was like, whatever, this is bullshit.
Well, we got a question.
I guess with all that out the way.
We got a viewer question, though.
What's that?
From my Floyd is Pink 79. He wants to know is Budgie considered a one-hit wonder? Feels like the only song everyone knows is Bread Fan, thanks to Metallica's cover from Garage Inc.
Well, I would say no, because Budgie had a pretty big presence on the 70s prog rock scene. Like Bread Fan was their biggest song that we know, but a lot of fans, were pretty into Budgie back in the day. I can't say I was one of them, but I know a lot of old prog rockers say, Budgie was kick ass. I don't even know if they're really that pro, but yeah, I guess, man, I don't know. I mean, as far as, the way we're looking at things, I guess Budgie would be a one hit wonder, but didn't they have another one though? There was Bread Fan, but there was also, didn't they do another song? Didn't Metallica cover another one of Budgie's songs? Like, I'm trying to think.
Well, they did
Like
Bread Fan.
on Garage Days, there was Killing Joke, Misfits. Those are the only two bands I can think of, but I think they covered it. But Diamond Head. No, Diamond Head was Am I Evil? That was the only one they did.
Crash Course in Brain Surgery.
Is that a Budgie song?
Yeah, didn't somebody cover that one?
Yeah, that's Crash Course in Brain Surgery. That's I thought that was the Killing Joke song, but the Killing Joke song was The Weight. So yeah, Crash Course in Brain Surgery. Alexa, who wrote the song Crash Course in Brain Surgery?
Crash Course in Brain Surgery by Metallica was written by Anthony Bush, Ray Phillips, and John Burke Shelley.
That didn't really give me anything.
Well, Burke Shelley was the vocalist and bassist of. So yeah, that was a Budgie song.
All right, so they can't be considered a one-hit wonder because we know two Budgie songs that were pretty decent. But it's a good question, though. It's a good, good thing.
And then he had a comment when you were talking about Silent Lucidity. He brought up Jet City Woman. So
yeah, Jet City Woman was a big song. I mean, so I can't see how Wikipedia, in their right mind, could say that Queensrÿche is a one-hit wonder. I mean, Eyes of a Stranger was a huge hit on MTV when Mindcrime came out. That was a huge hit. I mean, it wasn't Silent Lucidity level hit, but it was big. It was big enough. And then Jet City Woman was a huge song too. Empire was a huge song.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised Motley Crue wasn't on that list because of Home Sweet Home.
Right. But then, Dr. Feelgood was a big song. And, but yeah, I can see Wikipedia saying Motley Crue was a one-hit wonder. And there's no way, they had Smoking in the Boys' Room, Home Sweet Home, Girls, 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 Wild Side. Those were all pretty big, decent hits on the Billboard charts.
I have a feeling that my list is a true one-hit wonder list. But you will have to be the judge when we go through it.
Oh,
So I guess I will get started with the list.
Okay.
My first pick of a one-hit wonder that was really big, I'm going to have to pick T'Pau with Heart and Soul.
Oh my God, I fucking love that song, dude. That is one of my guilty pleasures of all time. In fact, I got bullied in high school because this girl asked a bunch of us, who sings that song, Heart and Soul? And I said, well, that's T'Pau. And this heavy metal dude, I was a freshman, and this guy was a senior, looked like a fucking Sammy Hagar wannabe, turns and looks at me and he goes, you seem like the kind of fag that would like that kind of music.
Man.
And I'm like, dude, I'm into Slayer and shit, man. But Powell. I love that song. They should have gotten a lot bigger than they did. Now, trivia question, G. Paul.
Star Trek.
Never mind.
I knew what you were going to do. Star Trek.
Yeah. Never mind. Yep. It's T'Pau was Spock's mother.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely. So you got me on that one. I didn't even have to get it out, but yeah, T'Pau definitely came and disappeared just as fast as they came around, and I loved them. I love that group.
Well, she did a remix. If you go to Spotify, there's a new version remix of Heart and Soul, and it's really fucking good. Yes,
I'll have to check it out.
I'm a huge metalhead, tatted up, fucking Anton LaVey worshiping Satan heavy metal guy. But I still love pop music. Just not today's pop music, but I love pop music from the 80s and the 90s. So, I love all kinds of music. So I'll get that out of the way real quick. I like T'Pau. I thought that song was awesome.
Man, I'm the same way. I'm all into metal and scary shit and all that stuff, but I'll bust out some pop music every once in a while. So,
some days I wake up, I want to listen to nothing but pop music. Some days I want to wake up, listen to nothing but metal. Some days I just want to wake up and listen to The Who. It just depends on
depends on the day. Like, it's really been pretty metal heavy over here. I listened to Death. I listened to Lamb of God when I was taking a shower. And but then yesterday I was listening to Little Anthony. I was listening to Little Anthony and the Doors and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it definitely it goes by day for me as well. So
ever since I got back from your place, I fucking have been nonstop when I'm down here in the office listening to the old Pac-Man Fever.
Yeah, the old Pac-Man Fever.
Yeah.
Do the Donkey Kong, man.
Do the Donkey Kong.
I would say those guys were a one-hit wonder. But, well, Pac-Man Fever was their big hit. But you got to take their album as a whole. Frogger's Lament, Donkey Kong, Do the Donkey Kong. All those songs as a whole were pretty fun, dude. So
right. It's a very nostalgic album, and it was one of my favorites as a kid. I played it nonstop.
Yeah.
I even did a grandpa's playlist on it, and it was like.
And that's where I got into it from the playlist, because I wasn't too into Pac-Man as a kid. To be honest, I know people are going to think this is sacrilegious. I never liked Pac-Man that much. It was never my game. I was into Defender and Tempest and Tron and, a little Frogger. But Pac-Man, I was never good at it. It 8 quarters too fast. And, I did not have Pac-Man Fever myself. I liked the song as a kid, but I liked the song more than the video game. So
it only 8 quarters too quick if you sucked.
Well, I fell into the suck category. We'll put it that way.
I'm about to shame myself severely. When I was a kid, I was visiting my grandparents, and we were at a Sears. And they were inside shopping, and I took 1 quarter and I put it in Pac-Man. I played for so long, I had to pee. I was doing so good, I was up to keys, baby. I didn't want to stop. I pissed my pants. Literally standing.
Straight up. Straight up peed your pants.
They were done. They came to get me. I was standing in fucking piss, a puddle of piss. Ran down my leg. I got in so much trouble. Trouble.
I can imagine, because it probably doesn't cost more than a quarter to get that shit cleaned up, man.
So I had Pac-Man fever bad.
I can see that. To piss
Yes.
your pants. Now,
Yes.
I will say this. I came close when Resident Evil 2 came out. I bought the game when it came out, and I played it nonstop from the minute I got home at midnight to about 10, 11 in the morning. And I solved the entire game, but I didn't get up to I did get up to pee, but I was really debating on not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was so into the video game and busting it out. And my bathroom was upstairs. So I had my chair and my game and everything downstairs. And I had to put it on hold and run up the stairs and piss. God damn, I'm glad I don't live in that apartment anymore. It's crazy. Both places I lived before this house had a crazy stair situation that now, with my health being the way it is, I don't think I could live there comfortably, man. I'd be probably shitting in a bucket at this point.
Yeah.
But then my bedroom was upstairs, the whole bit. So, well, I'm going to jump into my list.
Yeah. What's your first one?
This is one that I thought that you might have. I went with Dixie's Midnight Runners with Come On Eileen.
Yep.
It's a good song. They came out, they had that one song, a big video. They're all wearing goofy ass overalls, and they absolutely disappeared. I've never heard the whole album by them. I've never wanted to hear the whole album by them. And I don't think I have heard one single song by that group other than Come On Eileen. And it's still, you hear it. It's an earworm. You sing it. It gets in your brain. But they were definitely one and done. Kind of want to do a deep dive and check out their story. But that's the first one on my list.
Well, just to let you know, they did a video. I think it was in 2010.
Okay.
They got back together and re-recorded a new mix because the guy behind the band, Dixie's Midnight Runners, was not happy with the original version. It wasn't mixed the way he wanted it to. So they redid it. They redid Come On Eileen, and they did a video for it, and you can watch that on YouTube. But no, they have a lot of albums. They just did a live album in 2024. They did an album in 2023. They did an album in 2022. They did an album in 2019, live at the Royal Court in Liverpool in 2019.
Wait, it's only got one song on it.
and then before they came back and started doing all this new stuff, the last album they did was in 1985. To Rye A was their first album in 82. That's the one that was their second album. That was the one that had Come On Eileen on it. Their first album was called Searching for the Young Soul Rebels. But I bet you anything they didn't come out here. But I'm not 100%. I'm not gonna put my reputation on the line. But I'm assuming that one came out here after their second album hit it big. So I don't know. But you are right though. They may have more than one album, but they are definitely the definition of a one-hit wonder because they were never played anywhere ever again, it seems like.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of, because a lot of those one-hit wonder bands, have one other song that they put out, and it was kind of an obscure hit. I hate saying bands like Level 42 are considered one-hit wonders, but I love everything that Level 42 has done, and they did have a couple other remedial kind of big hits, but I didn't put them on this list because I can't, in good conscience, I can't call them under because I have a couple of their albums
Right. As I said, one hit wonders are I think at the end of the day they're up to you. I mean, yes, if you can have one hit but be a cult hit favorite band, but then you look at stuff like the Dead Kennedys. They don't have a single hit, but they have
Right.
millions of fans. So
Yeah.
one hit wonders to me is the kind that like Dexy's Midnight Runners or Tabao. They came out, they were everywhere. Everybody played their song. Every IROC that you saw drive down the street with a mullet was playing these songs, and you never heard them again. That to me
Right.
is
They
a
just disappeared, man. They just
right.
totally.
Right. Level 42 had one good hit, but their albums were good. Their music was good, and they have a
Right.
following.
And the musician, he's legendary. The
Right.
bass player is legendary on the
Right.
musician circuit. So I can't in good conscience say they're a one hit wonder.
Right.
But
I
like,
don't
yeah, like
I've heard
you
people
go
say
on. Go ahead.
I've heard people say, "Oh man, I wish Level 42 would do something new." I have never in my life heard a single person say to me, "Hey grandpa, I really hope Tapao comes out with a new album this year."
Yeah, exactly. Or Dixie's Midnight Runners, like,
Right.
oh, I can't wait to hear some more of their stuff. Like,
Right.
I'm on YouTube right now, and I looked up Dixie's Midnight Runners. They don't even have a second video of anything. They don't have like an obscure video or anything. It's just they had that one song, and they've been living off it ever since.
Right. So
God knows we could only be so lucky.
that's why I think my list is and hopefully yours is the pure one hit wonder. And so far we are. I have to agree with you. Dexy's Midnight Runner, great song. Great song. I love Come On Eileen. And I've known a few in my days, but so far I agree with you. Perfect
All right.
wonder. Perfect one hit
So
wonder.
what's next on your list?
The next one on Grandpa's list would be Eddie Grant with Electric Avenue.
Oh yeah, the red cod piece and all, man. Yeah,
Yep.
there's no denying that Eddie Grant was a one-hit wonder. I have never heard anything but other than that by Eddie Grant. Never wanted to. That's another one, but Electric Avenue is still such a badass song that people still respect, right? Respect it to this day, but definitely a one-hit wonder.
Even Skindred did a cover of it on one of their albums, and they did a good
Right.
job. So yeah.
And then that red cod piece, man, who did it better? Eddie Grant or Rick James? It's hard to say, man.
I'm not a big fan of Rick James, so I'm gonna pick Eddie Grant on this one.
Okay, see, I love some Rick James. I got a bunch of his records over here, man. I got a bunch of Eddie Grant on vinyl, Rick James on vinyl. He's definitely not a one-hit wonder.
No.
He's a big one. So second on my list is a group called Soft Cell with Tainted Love.
Oh yeah.
Now, Marilyn Manson covered Tainted Love, and it's a great song, and it's an earworm, sticks in your brain. But I can't think of another song that Soft Cell has done. Just they came, disappeared, and they've been living off that one song for. Even though I believe I have Soft Cell on vinyl. So I might be wrong about this one.
They had another song that was big called Where Did Our Love Go?
How'd that go, man?
I don't think
Yeah, I can't think of how it goes either.
Can you hear that?
No, I can't hear it.
Hold on. This is probably gonna go against all my.
No,
That
it's
will.
okay if you're gonna ruin
Yeah,
it looks like Soft Cell. They have numerous other videos.
it,
So
it's that way. It
you
kind
know,
of goes, baby, baby. Where did our love go?
oh
And it has.
shit, you hold on. Yep, dude, I get a strike. I get a strike on that because that was a big song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was a big song that was almost as big as Tainted Love, if not bigger. You know, I mean, that was a monumental song. So far, you're batting 1,000, and I got one strike so far. Because now I got "Where Did Our Love Go" in my head, man. That's
That's a good
yeah,
song.
that was that was a real good song, man. And looking them up on YouTube, they had quite a few other videos. Like "Frustration" is one, and there's a couple other ones. So "Tainted Love" is taken off the list.
Well, I mean, if you look at the numbers here on Spotify, "Where Did Our Love Go" has 25 million listens, but
Right?
Tainted Love has a billion. So I
Okay,
mean,
yeah, well, yeah.
there's a big difference between. So I would have to say, even though "Where Did Our Love Go" is a good song and we like it, was it ever a hit? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it wasn't a hit. It definitely wasn't a hit, like, going forward. You know, people aren't, I had to be reminded of it. You know, it's not like "Tainted Love" where you know that song right away. But dude, I remember really liking "Where Did Our Love Go" back when I was a kid. So
right,
that was questionable.
that's why I wouldn't be too hard on yourself. You know what I mean? Don't be too hard on
Right,
yourself
right.
because it could go that one could go either way. So we'll let it slide.
That's a questionable one.
Yeah,
So what's
we'll.
next? What do you got? What do you got next?
My next one is from the great Young MC with "Bust a Move."
Bust a Move. Yeah, Young MC. I guess he's still. Wait, or is he dead?
Young
I thought I
MC.
heard that he still tours, but I might be thinking of Tone Loc because him and Tone Loc came out at about the same time, and they were super huge. And he's definitely still living off "Bust a Move"
Not
because man,
only
that
did
song was so huge, and I ain't never heard another Young MC song.
Not only did they come out at the same time, they were on the same record label. They both did songs on each other's albums. They were like twins. And yes,
Right?
he's got 26 tour dates. So yes, he is still out there touring.
So he probably does. He probably does like a half an hour set, and does a bunch of shit that no one's ever heard, and then does "Bust a Move" at the end. Like because I ain't never heard. I had friends. I think Harvey had the Young MC album, and I don't remember hearing a single fucking song off it.
It was
Like not even one, dude.
yeah, he I had the album Stole Cold Rhymin', and it did, but
Yeah, well, that sounds kind of familiar, but still, yeah, you can't. When people talk about legendary hip hop albums, Young MC is not going to be on there. You know what I'm saying?
no. It's like
It's
Funky Cold Medina. Funky Cold Medina is a good song, but that album is,
yeah, it's
it's
just crap, dude. The rest of it's pure crap. It's all
right.
filler. It's all filler around that one song. So
Okay, Tone Loc got lucky. Tone Loc got lucky. He had two. He had Funky Cold Medina, and he did Wild Thing. Wild Thing.
oh yeah, the Wild
He-
Thing was a pretty big song.
yeah, when he did the
Yeah,
cover of
Wild Thing was a Yeah, so I guess you can't call old Tone Loc a one-hit wonder.
No,
Because
he
Wild Thing, yeah, was. Oh, damn it, god damn it. One of the people on my list is definitely not a one-hit wonder. Fucking A, and I thought they were a one-hit wonder, and I just thought of another song they had.
well, you might as well do them next then and get it out of the way.
Yeah, I went with Terrence Trent D'Arby
Wishing
with
well.
Wishing Well, which was such a huge, awesome song. And everybody thought he was going to be the next Prince or Michael Jackson. I mean, that's how big the song was. But the guy literally fucking disappeared. You know what I'm saying? He made it huge and he disappeared. And why I'm taking it back is because I forgot he did that song Sign Your Name.
Yeah.
Which Sign Your Name was a huge hit. I fucking loved it, and I completely forgot about it till just now. But I was thinking, like, man, Terrence Trent D'Arby, like, he had the braids, he had the looks, he had everything, the dance moves, and something happened, and the dude just fell off hard. Like,
He ran.
Prince kept putting out good albums, and Michael Jackson, kept putting out big albums. But Terrence Trent, he just got completely swallowed up. I think he did do a second album, but it did absolutely nothing. Like, they didn't promote it. They didn't, I don't even think he toured for it. But, it can be argued that he was definitely a one-hit wonder, but Sign Your Name was too huge to ignore. So he was definitely a one-album wonder for sure, though.
Well, Terrence Trent D'Arby fucked up and ran his
What did he
mouth
do?
and kind of turned the music industry against him because he thought Wishing Well was huge, and like you said, he was supposed to be the next Prince. But see, it's the fans and the audience who are supposed to make you the next Prince. He was the kind of guy. He was the kind of guy who ran around and told everybody, "I'm so good, I'm going to be the next Prince." You can't do it that way. It's got to be anointed. You can't take it.
Yeah, so he came in and had the big hit with Wishing Well and got such an ego about it that he started thinking he was something that he wasn't.
Yes.
Or something that he didn't, a title he didn't earn yet.
Right. You have to earn it, and it has to be given to you. You can be the most egotistical person in the world, but as long as you make sure that it's the fans, the audience, the buyers, we are the ones that make you. You can't make yourself.
Right.
I never heard Michael Jackson ever utter the words "King of Pop." I had never heard him utter
Yeah, that
those.
was given to him. Yeah, that was
Right.
And Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was oddly humble. Well, no, I can't say that shit. The way he dressed and carried himself. He just didn't seem like he had a super huge ego about himself, I guess.
No, and I don't think Prince had an ego. I think Prince's problem and why the people slammed him in the media and whatnot wasn't because of an ego or anything. It was because he had such a rough relationship with the music industry.
Right. And he was very shy. He was reclusive.
Right.
So it made him seem aloof.
But when
I think it's the word that I'm looking for.
But when he changed his name to the sign, people thought it was an ego thing, and it wasn't.
Oh, and it had nothing to do with it. It was a fucking genius move because he was getting screwed over by his record label. So, yeah, it was a genius move on his part.
Before I got a question for you. You're a huge fan. Before I go on my next one on the list, I got to ask you because you're a huge fan, really deep into the stratosphere.
Yeah.
When all his music is streaming now on Spotify, but some people have spoken up and said it's his family just trying to make money. That if he was alive today, he wouldn't want his music streaming. What do you think?
No, he wouldn't.
Okay.
He wouldn't because he had kind of a relationship with the internet. At first, he was all for it when he thought he could control it. You know what I mean? Like he thought he would have the say in how it was shared and made money and how songs were released and went around. But then when he started seeing that the basic business model of the music industry was kind of totally getting screwed, he he was notorious. He sued a lot of people, and was very against like Napster and stuff like that. So I don't think, and a lot of the stuff that's getting released now from the vaults, I don't think he ever wanted that shit to be released.
So his sister's just wanting to make some money then.
Oh yeah, they're just fucking. Wouldn't you though? And God, how do I put it? I think it's a good thing that she's doing it. You know what I mean? Because Prince was stingy. He had all that music in the vaults and wasn't going to do anything with it. And he was being kind of weird about how he wanted his music distributed digitally and stuff. And because I'm not going to lie, a lot of the albums that I have from Prince were downloaded. You know what I'm saying? I did buy one. I think I bought Mirror Ball, I think it was called, or Crystal Ball or something like that. That was a Target exclusive. And I did buy that one. But a lot of his other albums, I didn't buy. I downloaded. So
Okay.
now, Prince is one of those ones where his early stuff, up to Around the World in 80 Days, and even Diamonds and Pearls, the New Power Generation, Sign of the Times, even. Anything past those albums, I probably wouldn't buy, but I would own all the early ones. But I still would like to hear his stuff. So being on streaming, I think it's a good thing that what she's doing. I don't think it's hurting anybody at this point, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
So who's next on your list?
The next one on my list. Well, before I do that, I wanted to, my Floyd is Pink says they played his song on the Stranger Things show. First time I ever believe, but I agree with Murray that the family, a money grab at this point. If he was so he agrees with you too. He agrees with you too.
Yeah, I don't think Prince would have liked his song on Stranger Things. We'll put it that way. But yeah, I think it's good that a new generation is hearing him and getting out there.
My next one is from the one and only Lou Bega with Mambo number 5.
Thank God that motherfucker's only a one-hit wonder. I fucking can't stand that song. I mean, Lou Bega, the first time I heard it, the first time, the second time, I was like, a little bit of Monica in my, I thought it was okay. I fucking hate it. I hear one bar. I hear that that fucking start of that song, and I immediately feel like I'm gonna vomit. I hate it.
True definition of a one-hit wonder.
Right. Don't even say that that's your guilty pleasure, dude. Because that song sucks.
My guilty pleasure is worse.
Okay. Well, I might like your guilty pleasure, though.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. It's you we're talking about. You might.
As long as it's not fucking Lou Bega.
Nope. Lou Bega's not my guilty pleasure, but I do like to hear. See? He said, God damn it, it's stuck in my head already.
I don't want it to be stuck in my head. I can't stand that fucking song, man. Can't stand it.
I'm one of those kind of guys that I'm a glutton for punishment. I don't like it either. but it's like one of those songs that you remember the people you were around the first time you heard it. So you're like, this song fucking sucks and I hate it, but goddamn, I miss those guys.
You miss the people. Yeah, you miss the people in time. Sorry,
Yeah.
folks, I'm fucking with my nose so much, but this damn oxygen makes you
I miss
fucked up.
I miss the people. I miss the people.
Right.
You
I
know?
can understand that. I can understand that.
But yes,
Now,
the
see, for
song,
me, the people that like Lou Bega, I found annoying to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So I
yes.
don't necessarily miss them. And the people that would rock out Joe, and don't get me wrong, if I got any friends watching out there and you like Lou Bega, and I'm not saying you're annoying or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, if Lou Bega gets your motor going, I'm gonna find it kind of irritating. Okay, so just ugh.
Lou Bega was one of those things that a lot of the guys I hung out with, we all hated it. It was one of the things. It was a song the girls like. The girls
Yeah,
like
the girls, yeah, they fucking got into it.
because they
So
could
when
dance.
we were at the club, when we were at the club, we had to pretend we liked it, and get out there. Nah. I remember being fucking wasted and trying to go out there and dance to that song and being like, no, fuck this, man. And I fucking left.
The things a guy will put himself through to be with
Just
a
to get some of that pootie tang, man. Maybe that's why I didn't have any luck. I didn't like Lou Bega, dude. Lou Bego, whatever his fucking name is.
But hey, it's one hit wonders, and that's what I find. He is definitely one of those definition
Right.
of a one hit
Now,
wonder.
my next one is a conundrum. This is one that I kind of feel weird about because I wanted to discuss it. It's called Tonight We're on the Loose by a group called Saga. And the reason why I put these guys on the list is because Tonight We're on the Loose is their only big song that they had. And it's unlike anything else they ever did. Because Saga was a decent prog rock band out of Canada and put out all these weird proggy records and then got signed. And then, well, they are already signed, but then the record label made them kind of change up and they started putting out radio songs. And Tonight We're on the Loose was a huge song and it overshadowed everything else they did before it. But Saga is a decent group to check out. They don't have any other big hits other than Tonight We're on the Loose. At least not that I can think of.
And see, you say it was their big hit, but you requested it like the month before when I was still doing
Yeah, had your
Sideshow,
show. Yeah,
which I'm bringing Sideshow back. But
nice.
when I was doing when the last time I did Sideshow, or the second to the last time you requested it, it was hard to find. It was hard to find. So yes, I would have to say if that's a hit, then that's definitely a one hit wonder because I couldn't even find the damn thing. It took forever to
Yeah,
find.
and it was a decent sized song, dude. Yeah, see, I'm looking them up, and all I can find is On the Loose by them. And it's just, well, they have another song called like Don't Be Late. They had some other ones, but like I said, they had a bunch of weird prog rock albums. Oh, my nose! God damn it! They had a bunch of weird prog rock albums, but they never really made it very big other than that one song. So what else you got?
All right. The next one which I feel is also pure definition of one-hit wonder. The Divinals with Touch Myself.
Touch Myself, yes. The Divinals did have a couple other albums. But I myself, they had that one big track. It was huge. The song was huge, and they didn't have anything else that I remember. I don't remember a follow-up video. I don't remember anything from those guys other than I Touch Myself.
I can't stand the song like with the Lou
Right.
Bega one, but she was hot. So I would
Yep.
watch the video every time it fucking played without a hesitation. And I knew a girl who was huge, loved that song. And she was a freak. So when I think of that song, I think of her sitting on the bed and showing me exactly what the song's about. So so the song holds a special place in my heart, but I hate the song. But definitely a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, I would definitely go with one-hit wonder for those guys as well.
Yes.
Just and kind of because, like I said, they kind of blew their load, so to speak, on that one song.
Yes.
I don't really think they had much room to grow after that.
Yes.
I had a friend that looked like her, and she used to get picked on from time to time because she had the bangs and everything and the whole bit. And
Oh, okay.
hey, you look like that Divinals girl, man. You touch yourself, It was
okay.
fun.
Okay.
She laughed about it every once in a while.
But it probably got old real quick.
Yeah. Well, it got old real quick, like the song. The song was here for a while, and that was like 91, I think, 90, 91. And it disappeared pretty fast.
Okay.
And you haven't heard anything else. So mine is, my next one is kind of falls in the same kind of line. That it was huge, and this song is still good to this day, but the band, one hit, one wonder, done, gone, disappeared. I put Groove is in the Heart by Delight. Yeah, by Delight.
I love that song. I'm not going to lie. I love that song.
Yeah, me too.
Has a great bass.
I'll jam it out to this day. They looked cool. It was a cool, funky video, the whole bit.
Wasn't Bootsy Collins the bass player for that?
Yeah, Bootsy was on there and had that weird European guy with the samurai bun going on, and was definitely it was I still like that song to this day.
I love I love a good groovy bass line, man.
But you'd think that their song was so good that they would have had more than one song, that they would have had much more than just the one hit. But nope, that was it. And a lot of it was sampled. I saw a documentary on how they actually made the song. A lot of the song was samples and shit like that. That they just cobbled together using a bunch of different, just little drum loops and all that kind of stuff.
See,
so
Groove is in the Heart. That song I like, but it made me think of the other one. I was going to put this band on here, but I couldn't. It was a band called Pizzicato 5. They did a song called Twiggy, and it was a huge hit over here, but it was their only hit here. But they are a Japanese band. They have tons of albums over there. So I didn't want to put a group in here, a foreign group, because that would just shows, my American ignorance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, they're big over there.
Yeah, like this band is gigantic in Japan, Like Level
Right.
42. You know, people over here say they're a one-hit wonder, but you talk to somebody in the UK about Level 42, and they're
Right.
like, dude, they're fucking huge. They're gigantic over here.
Like
So
the
yeah,
song,
it's
like
and
Groove
I
is in
can
the.
honestly say I've never heard of the Piscato 5, man.
That's uh like what you just picked. Groove is in the heart. Probably even in Japan, that was a one-hit wonder.
Right,
But
right.
here's a little bit of trivia for you. What video game was based on D-Light?
Hubert?
Nope. It was a Dreamcast game. What was it? Ah, shit. I just forgot the name of the game because they even sued Sega over it. Let me look it up. Hold on. Sega Dreamcast Space. It was called Space Channel 5. It had a girl who danced and it was all music and Sega actually D-Light actually sued them because it was too similar. Now I don't know if they won, but they did sue them over it. So there's a little bit of trivia for you.
I did not know that, man. I
Yes.
kind of want to go play the game now and see what it's all about.
I own it. I don't know where it is. Somewhere in this room because my Dreamcast is over there. I have to find it, but it doesn't do you any good. I have to bring my Dreamcast over and let you play it.
Right. I haven't played the Dreamcast, and I got the emulator on my stick. I'll have to check it out because I do think I have Dreamcast, and I'll have to see if it's on there, and I'll check it out.
It's a fun little fun. It's a fun little. I like it. They made two. There was a sequel. I liked it. It was quirky. Kind of was like Parappa the Raptor, but with them trying to use a hot chick instead of some weird guy. But I
Yeah,
liked
some
it.
little rapper dude, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. So, but
Parappa
that
the
was
Rapper.
but that was a good choice though. Grooves in the Heart's definitely a one hit wonder.
Yeah.
Now
Well, so what do you got next?
my next one is everybody's favorite, Bobby McFerrin with "Don't Worry, Be Happy."
Uh, uh, uh.
This little
I'll give
song
him
I
credit.
wrote.
I'll give him credit because, you know, the whole like beatboxing, using your body as an instrument, it was an interesting concept. But God, I hated that fucking song. I hate the video. It made me want to slap Robin Williams for being a dork. Uh, Bobby McFerrin has had numerous jazz albums that have come out since that came out. But goddamn, they're all crap. Dude. They're all, I can't listen to 20 seconds of Bobby McFerrin. Because you
Now,
know,
now I'm gonna
you lived it, man. You know how it was when that song came out, dude. It was everywhere, and that was the whole catchphrase of the fucking day.
I'm
And
gonna sing it note for note.
uh,
Don't
fuck
worry.
no, fuck no, god damn it.
He even
Uh,
he's Mr. Floyd here said boo, go to hell, but he's using the fish. That song was on one of those fish that you hung on the wall where he'd swing his head out.
oh yeah, okay. Well, you know, I mean,
I hate
you
the
know,
song.
I think that made it worse. You know what I mean? Because the singing bass
Yes.
was annoying as is, dude.
It may be one of the world's shittiest songs, but it was definitely a one-hit wonder because it was everywhere.
Definitely, and he disappeared after that. Like I
Yes.
said, he might have put out 32 albums since then, but ain't nobody heard a single one of them. So,
Nope.
yeah, it's,
Nope.
you know, you don't hear anybody saying, man, I'm really digging Bobby McFerrin, man. No, that don't happen, man.
Nope. No one's gonna go see him at Summerfest in Milwaukee this year.
Yeah, it's if they are, it's going to be on like the weird jazz stage that only
Yeah,
like hipsters and dorks go to see. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Stage
Not
number 4.
saying that jazz is dorky and everything, but I can only stand like 15 minutes of jazz.
I don't know.
Maybe one vinyl, you know.
My favorite jazz guy will always be that Vince Guaraldi guy who did all the Peanut songs.
Yeah, that do. Yeah, dude, he's pretty awesome, man. I like Miles Davis, but you know, with Miles Davis, I can only listen to, like I said, like I can listen to one album, like Bitches Brew or Blue or something like that.
Right.
I just, you know, it's just after a while, it's too much. It's too much to
Yeah.
handle.
So what's your next one there?
My next one is everybody loves this guy. Probably should have been more than a one-hit wonder. I went with "Girl, You Got What I Need" by Biz Markie.
But
You
he had
know,
boogers. But he had boogers. That was a good song.
Boogers. I don't think I heard that one.
Yeah, Biz Markie did a song called Booger and literally talking about picking boogers.
Well, now I know what my homework is. I'm going to have to look that up, man.
Dude, it was even in a video. They even put it in the video game, one of the Saints Rows. You could listen to it while you're driving around in Saints Row. Yeah, picking boogers.
Okay, well, shit. I'm going to have to back that one off the list because
But yeah,
he also did a couple guest appearances on some Beastie Boys albums.
but I give him 100% credit though, dude. You got what I need. He sang it so bad and didn't give a fuck.
He sang it so bad, but it was so good at the same time. I mean, that's what made it good, you know, and his goofy ass face and
It
the
was a
way he
true
delivered his lines.
because it's a
I
true
love
story.
Biz, man.
We all know a girl like that from our day. He's
Oh,
just a
yeah.
friend. We all know one. We all know one.
Oh, yeah, dude.
But when we're
Yep, I
done
know the
tonight,
girls, and I also know the friends that they were talking about, yeah. You
when
say
we
just a friend. Yeah, whatever, bitch.
when we get done tonight, look it up on YouTube, Picking Boogers, and it's gonna be your new favorite song. I guarantee it.
I'm gonna request it on playlist or on the show when you bring it back, man.
It's gonna be your. I'm telling you, you're gonna fucking be in love with it. You're gonna be like, dude, where's this song been all my life? Because you like that goofy shit. Because
I
you
do,
wrote.
man. I like goofy, crass shit. And a song like Boogers seems like it would be right up my alley. So
Yeah, it's like, where is it? See if I can find it. Yep, Picking Boogers. It's on his album, a compilation album called Biz's Baddest Beats, the best of Biz Markie. So yeah, he's you can't
now, see, even putting it that way, he's got a greatest hits album. So
yeah.
he's got to be more than a one-hit wonder, I guess. But you know, that was his biggest hit. You know.
So yeah, but you're right. You're right. Yeah, it was Picking Boogers is only known because you had to deep dive for him to find it. So yeah, he is definitely definition of a one hit wonder though.
Yeah, because I mean, to us lame folks, but you know, it's that kind of falls into the bands we were talking about earlier. That you know, some lameo might say L.A. Guns is a one-hit wonder, but we know that they got a bunch of good songs. So I bet you some old hip hop head is going to be like, you know, fuck that Murray guy, dude. Biz has got a bunch of good shit.
Probably.
So, you know, but for me, man, he's a one-hit wonder. So
There you go. So
all right, what you got?
my next one is actually a fucking awesome song. So awesome that it was used in an episode of King of the Hill. It is from a band called Big Country, and it's called "In a Big Country."
Yeah, Big Country. That was a really big song. And I
Yeah.
want to say they had other big tracks, but I'm thinking of the band Big Star instead of Big Country. But yeah, I would say Big Country's a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, "In a
Great
Big
song,
Country."
man.
Yep. That I remember the video because they filmed it on the over in Ireland, and they're all riding four-wheelers and having a good time.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that I think that is a top-notch fucking song. It got what it deserved because it's a one-hit wonder. It was everywhere, but it's just the rest of their music just wasn't hitting it, and so
Yeah,
yeah, I like
I
this.
can't name it. I can't name one other song that they ever did. And if they did it, it's obscure and it wasn't a hit. And they kind of just faded into obscurity,
Yep. So yep, Big Country. So what's your next one?
Oh man. This one, I think this is the only song that the dude had. He was in a band that had a couple hits, but as a solo artist, this song was gigantic. I can't fucking stand it. And
Hot.
this dude disappeared. He had one gigantic hit, and like Terrence Trent D'Arby, he disappeared. And I'm going with the thong song by that fucking goofy bastard Cisco. What the fuck happened to that guy?
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
whatever happened to him, I'm glad it did. I hated
Well,
that
me
song.
too. Me too, because I can't fucking stand him. I hated that song. It was, the first one or two times you heard it, it got in your brain and you were singing it, and we all like girls with thongs, and and it kind of earwormed you a little bit. But that fucking year it was out, I swear to God, they played the thong song every 10 minutes, and I couldn't stand it. It wore me down, Grandpa.
Well,
It wore
hey,
me down as a human being.
I'm going to say this now, kind of ruin it, but I'm going to lay it out there. At least I didn't pick for my list. You will nowhere on my list find the Macarena. I put that up there with the thong song as being
Uh, yeah, it's songs that should not exist.
right.
Now
Yeah,
he
I
was
do
in
not.
Drew Hill. He was in Drew Hill, and they had a couple big songs, but I can't tell you what a single one of them were. But Drew Hill
Yeah.
was big. But the thong song is. Can you look up online to see what happened to this guy? Like
Cisco.
I heard he turned gay. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true,
Well,
but
looking at his hairdos on his album covers.
yeah, he was probably gay way before that. So
Well, he was on The Masked Singer, so he's still out there. He was
yeah,
on.
but he ain't put out a record in fucking who knows how long.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Let me look. Hold on. I'll let you know. Give me a second. Discography. He did an album in 2017. He
It
did.
didn't do nothing though.
Okay. No, Drew Hill did an album in 2017. He did
Yeah,
an
Drew
album.
Hill is a different beast.
He did an album in 2015 called The Last Dragon. So he did do an album in 2015. So he's not done anything in like 10 years. But he was on The Masked Singer in 2024. So and he's been on TV off and on like all the time. So he's been in TV, Sabrina Teenage Witch, Celebrity Wife Swap, Celebrity Big Brother. He's been on TV, but he did do an album.
Oh, just basic stuff. basic stuff trying to stay relevant.
Yeah. Okay, I remember Drew Hill. Yeah, I couldn't tell you any of their songs, but I remember the band now.
Yeah, I want to say it wasn't like Knocking the Boots, but it was something like that. But I got another one on my list that would fall under that category too. So I'm up in your face, people. Sorry, man.
Yeah, so
Got to
yeah, but
lean
that's
forward.
yeah. Thong song, terrible. I hadn't thought of it in years
Terrible.
until just I hadn't thought of it in years till just now. Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
Yep. Sorry to do that to you, but you
That's all
know,
right.
thong, 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 thong. Who's next on your list, Grandpa?
My next one is also the epitome of one-hit wonders with Musical Youth and Pass the Dutchie.
Yeah, dude, they disappeared, man. They did absolutely nothing after Pass the Dutchie. But here we are, 40 some odd years later, and we still know Pass the Dutchie from the left hand side. We still know it. You know what I mean? We can still groove to it. You know, that kind of falls under the same category as, you know, like Who Let the Dogs Out and that kind of stuff, I think. But
They were
because the
young too.
Dutchie, wasn't that a Dutchie was a joint, right?
Well, there's rumors that it's a joint. There's also rumors that it's a certain dish, a Jamaican dish that you pass around. No one really knows the truth.
I always thought it was a joint but it was kids singing it, so it's
See,
like, you know,
you got to remember back in those days, marijuana usage in America was so taboo, but in Jamaica they used it religiously. So having a bunch of 8-9-year-olds singing about weed to Jamaicans didn't mean nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that probably was pretty normal back then, man. You know,
right. But to Americans,
probably normal today too. So
right, but to Americans in the 80s, you know, shame on them for letting them kids sing about the devil's lettuce.
Passing the Dutchie and
Playing
shit,
from
man.
Fire Tablet.
So
Pass the Dutchie, man.
I
All right, I got two more on my list. Two more.
Yep, two more.
My next one, I don't know if this is a one-hit wonder or not, because I can't remember if they had another song. But do you remember a group called Color Me Bad?
Yeah, I'm gonna sex you up.
Yeah, I'm gonna sex you up. I think that was their only big song. But I used to joke that every iteration of George Michael, even the black dude was George Michael, was in that band. Like every version of them that ever came out was all in one band.
Hell, that song was on the New Jack City soundtrack. It was so popular.
Right. Now, did they have any other songs though? I want to say they might.
They did have another song called All for Love, but I couldn't hum a bar if you asked.
Yeah, me either, man, because I think I remember seeing a video, but it just didn't take off. Like they really tried to make them, you know, like the next Boys to Men, that kind of shit, and it just didn't work. It just, the lead singer guy was too fucking weird looking, and the rest of the band was too weird looking, and it just didn't work out.
No,
it just didn't work. But here we are again, 40 plus years later, and we still remember the songs. So they're living nice on some island somewhere, probably sexing up some old ladies. So you got to give them that credit.
I mean, who you got? They did get back together and do an album. They do have some albums, but you're right. My next one is one that I actually really like, and probably shouldn't admit it, but it is. But it's not my guilty pleasure one. That one's later. But I would have to go with Nania and 99 Luftballons.
99 Luftballon. 99 Luftballon. That was a big song
Yeah.
when we were kids. Both versions too, you know what I'm saying?
I loved her
Like-
German version better. I love the German
I
version
like
better.
the German version better because I always try to act like I knew what they were saying because I heard the regular version. So I would try to sing, along to the German version. But that was always more fun. Like who did that? Did something like that? Was it Rock the Casbah or Rock Me Amadeus?
Rock
Where
Me
they
Ama-
did like the. I think it was Rock Me Amadeus. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, because Rock the Casbah, that was the Clash.
Yeah.
But there's another song. Oh, I thought Bubba was making weird noises. I don't think she's doing very good either.
Maybe she's having a nightmare.
Yeah. She did get to go out running around today, so that was good.
Who took her out? The kid?
Oh, my nurse. My nurse.
Oh, okay.
She came over and took her out for a while, and that was fun.
Oh.
So
But yeah, 99 Luftballons. I
99 Love Below.
she was so pretty.
I heard that was a song about nuclear war.
That's what it was. That's what it is. It's about nuclear war. Back in the 80s, that was people. It's weird. I think we feared nuclear war more back in the day because of the movie The Day After than people do now.
Well, everything back then. I remember, we had fallout shelters in the schools. And
Yeah.
I remember, it being an 80s kid, you thought about that shit every day. That you would get out of school or something and be on your way home and there'd be a gigantic mushroom cloud in the sky and then you'd just be dead
but
from the
don't,
radiation going off.
but don't worry. If there is a nuclear war, they made the best desks in the world, and we will be.
Yeah, you could just hide under your desk while you were turned to sand. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking, vaporized under your desk, but that desk would still be here.
Yeah, it's
But
like
yeah, it's fucking crazy.
yeah, yeah. So what's your next one?
My next one is a very special song for me, man.
All right.
This one is near and dear to my heart. It was the song for me and my first girlfriend. The song that I pretty much fell in love with her with. And she was with me when I bought the single. I picked Wicked Game by Chris Isaak.
Oh, you made me play it one time.
Right. Now I know Chris Isaak has numerous other songs and numerous other albums and everything, and I've heard a little bit from him here and there, and can't say his other stuff is bad. But if we're being real about this, he only had the one song. He had a good movie career. I think he did a song. He was in a movie by David Lynch.
Was it the highway one?
Yeah, the not Firewalk with Me, but the not Lost Highway. No, it wasn't that one. It was Wild at Heart. Maybe it was. Maybe it. I know Chris Isaak. I don't think he did a song for the movie, but he was in one of those movies. It was either Wild at Heart or Fire Walk with Me. And that was the Twin Peaks one, I think. And I think he played like a police detective or something. But he was in Silence of the Lambs. And to me, Wicked Game is still an awesome song. 35 years later, I still love Wicked Game. Still makes me cry every time I want to hear it, so And that video was super hot with him and that chick and all that stuff. So, but he was a one-hit wonder, you know? I don't think you liked him very
Trying
much.
to, yeah, Wild at Heart. That was the movie. Yeah, I don't like
Okay.
Chris Isaac at all. I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm just not, no. And I don't like that song. I don't know. The yodeling is just too much for me. Yeah,
I hear you. I
yeah.
understand.
But hey, it reminds you of a girl, so I won't pick on you too bad because,
Yeah, very,
like I
very
said,
special.
the things guys will do for a girl. So, all right, my last one. Now I still have one more honorable guilty pleasure after that, but
I
this
still got
one,
one more too, but
this song, I hate it with a passion. It's another one of these that I pick because it sticks with you, and I'm sure you're gonna probably try to jump out the window. But I chose for my last one here, Tony Basil and Mickey.
definitely a one-hit wonder.
Yes.
And because I believe she tried, because I heard somewhere that Tony Basil was kind of like a punk rock chick. And they did Mickey. No, she was a dance instructor, wasn't she,
Yeah,
or something like that?
she choreographed tons of stuff for famous people.
Right, right. And she finally broke through. But yeah, that's a guilty pleasure because we grew up on that shit, dude. It was so huge when we were kids, dude. Like when MTV was just coming out and Mickey was on everywhere. And then fucking Weird Al did his cover. You know, I can't remember what song he did, but Ricky, he was singing about. He did Ricky Ricardo.
Yeah, she's worked with everybody. She worked with Bob Geldof. She worked with Freddie Mercury, Iggy Pop. She worked with Elvis. She worked with fucking David Bowie. She was like, she's done a lot behind the scenes and a lot with dancing, but when it comes to music, Mickey, that's it. That's it.
Yeah, that was her big thing. Like she just did the one album and then disappeared, man.
Right. She was even an actress. She did movies. So like her movies, you probably have seen some of her movies. She was in a TV show called a movie called Dark Justice. She was in an episode of a TV show Dark Justice. She was in Baywatch. Hold on, let me find her. Wait, hold on, let me find her. God damn it, where'd it go? Hold on. Fuck it, internet. She was in there's that, I hit the wrong button. She was in a lot of stuff back. She was in the Monkees movie. She was the dancer in the movie Head. That was that Monkees movie.
All right, well, God, so she's been around for a long time.
Here you go. She was in Pajama Party.
Okay.
So she was in Viva Las Vegas.
Okay, goddamn.
So she was in Easy Rider. So you got to remember, she was in Viva Las Vegas in 1964. That song came out in the early 80s. She was already
like 81.
Right.
So she was already pretty well established at that point.
Right, but she wasn't. She
and older.
Right. Now, I think she sings fine. It's just the song annoys the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it's an annoying song. It's an annoying, but you'll always remember it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll always remember that song.
In the video, because she did the cheerleading shit.
Right, right.
So what's your last one on the normal list?
Well, this one I was debating on not bringing up because I don't know. I put Bang Tango down because I wanted to go with one rock band that was a one-hit wonder. Now, I had Bang Tango's Psycho Cafe album, and I remember liking it, but I don't remember a single song on the album other than Someone Like You. So I don't, and someone like you wasn't even that big of a hit. So I don't even know if Bang Tango can be considered a one-hit wonder.
They did have that other song on Psycho Cafe called Love Injection. My love injection, I give it for free. Love injection, I do it for free. You know which one I'm talking about?
I don't. I'm gonna have to put it on my but I had the album, so I know I heard it. I used to listen to the cassette quite a bit, so
I like Love Injection way better than Someone Like You. Yeah, you need to go back and listen to it.
yeah, I kind of want to, because there's a lot of fans out there that are like insane Bang Tango fans. Like, I was really surprised when I did I watched a documentary on him, and there's a lot of fans that are really hardcore in it. Sorry, I just heard a noise. I don't know what the hell it was. Well, anyway. But so yeah, I'm going to have to listen to that Love Injection, Hot Beef Injection.
So now you got two. You have to listen to Love Injection, and you
Picking Boogers, man.
Picking Boogers, yep.
So what else you got?
Well, Mike, the one that I had to add on here, because I'm going to admit it, because I shouldn't let people get inside like this, but I'm going to let them know. I think this song is phenomenal. I think it's a great song. I don't know why, and you're probably going to laugh at me for another week, but I am a huge fan of Right Said Fred's I'm Too Sexy. I play that song a lot, and I don't know why.
I don't know why either, dude.
Because I recognize.
Now, I did hear something funny. It's weird that you bring up that out of nowhere, because I heard a conspiracy theory the other day that said Mike Patton was really Right Said Fred, that he recorded I'm Too Sexy under a different name because the record label didn't want to put it out as a Mike Patton record. And I'm like, you guys, this is the fucking dumbest shit I have ever heard, man. Mike Patton is not Right Said Fred. So, Mike Patton did a cover of Right Said Fred during a live show, and it was put on a live album, and it was funny as shit. But
there is just something about that song, and I don't know why, that I love it. I don't know why.
Now, there is a local legend about that song, if you did not hear it. Because it might have happened before you moved here. But there was a DJ. He's on W94.1. It's his name is Johnny Danger. I don't know if you heard of this guy.
I might have. I think because my wife listens to 94.1. That's the JJO.
Yeah, WJJO. Yeah, that's right. That's it. Yeah, he's one of the big DJs on WJJO. And he's been around forever. Like, we're talking, this guy was a DJ on another station before WJJO, like WZOK or something like that. Back in 1989, 90, around that era. Well, he was the biggest thing. He was one of the biggest DJs even way back then. Well, he got pissed at the radio station he was working for, and they fucked him over on his contract or screwed him over, or he was going to WJJO. Something happened. And what he did was he put on Right Said Fred, I'm Too Sexy, and he let it play I think 32 times before they shut him off, before they shut off the feed, the whole bit. Like they got callers calling in and they couldn't get to him. They couldn't get to the studio and shut the feed down or whatever. But he immediately got fired after that. So it's kind of an urban legend around here in these parts. But God, I hate that fucking song.
Yeah, I had to. That's just, I don't know, man. It's just I'm one of those kind of guys that I can call it like I see it. Like there's tons of B movies that I think are magnificent and awesome. But if someone asked me, is it any good? I'd say, oh no, it's a piece of shit.
Oh yeah,
This
that's a piece of shit. So
fucking
and I can see that, right, Jet Fred. It's a piece of shit song, but I can see why people like it.
yeah, it's a
You
piece
know
of
what I
shit
mean?
song.
I can see it. It's
For some
fun. It
reason,
gets in people's heads. It's.
yeah.
I get it. I get it.
So but that's the only. I just wanted to bring that one up
Right.
because for some reason, like I said, for some reason I like it. But so
So that's it for our lists
yep,
of one hit wonders for the week, man.
yep. Now next week, I think we're going to do the V episode and talk about V.
Yep. We're gonna do V. I'm starting the final battle. I'm gonna probably start that next probably tomorrow, actually. I just finished the original miniseries, and that brought back a lot of memories. Like watching it, I remembered where I was and how I felt when it came out. But we'll save nice. We'll save the discussion on it until the show. So
Yep.
but yeah, so you got any?
So we'll save.
Go ahead.
We're going to do that one next week. I wanted
Yeah.
to, but I wanted to give you time to watch them before we.
Yeah. I want to absorb the whole thing. Like I want to absorb both the miniseries, the final battle, the TV show. I want to kind of absorb the whole deal. So
Like, honestly, when's the last time you watched V? How long has it been?
oh God, it's been fucking 40 years.
Okay.
Probably. I mean, I bought the miniseries. I do have the miniseries on DVD, but it's so buried. I have no idea where it's at. So I
Okay.
did watch that. I did watch the miniseries probably like 2002, maybe around that time. So we're talking, it's been, but as far as watching the TV, like the miniseries, I haven't seen the miniseries in 40 years. But it
Okay.
all came back to me. You know what I'm saying? Like after I watched it, it was such a big thing. Oh, we can't. We'll save it for the next show.
Right. Yeah, we'll talk about that show. But
Yeah.
I want to let you know Saturday, Grandpa's playlist is going off the rails a little bit, and I chose this weekend. It is Reverend Run's album Distortion. It's a short little album, but I'm a huge fan of Run DMC. But
Yeah.
I don't think this album he did as Rev Run gets a lot of love. And I've only done one other rap album. I did NWA Straight Outta Compton a while back, and I wanted to. I haven't done one in a while, so I decided, you know what? I'll pick Rev Run. I did do it on the Music Moment on B Movie TV, but I haven't done it on playlist, so that's going to be Saturday. Then I'm going to go back into some rock, but I wanted to do Rev Run, so that's Saturday. And then also don't forget to check out Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central, 6 Pacific, Ken Show, Get and Live with Ace over on GTN. And then next Wednesday, I will be back on GTN
Nice.
for my show, bringing it back. See how it does. See if I get some more listeners. Grandpa's Music Sideshow. That'll start at 6 p.m. next Wednesday. So you got that to look forward to. And then
Nice, man. That was my Wednesday nights, man.
yeah, so because I haven't done it in like a month. So
Right. Yeah, it's been a while.
next Wednesday. And other than that, just make sure you follow me, grandpathenerd.com. Follow my playlist, Grandpa's Playlist on YouTube, on Facebook. Follow me on YouTube and everywhere else. And then when are you guys going to be back on for Backwoods?
I think we got the 3-year anniversary show. I think that's Sunday. I think that's Sunday night, if I'm not mistaken. So, are we getting a lot of comments coming through, or what?
Well, Mr. Joe Gallo says when you have the time, give him a buzz.
Oh yeah, I will. I'll give you a buzz, send you a message. I'm gonna go get something to eat right after the show, though. So,
Yeah,
but
I'm gonna.
that's cool, man. That's cool that he tuned in, man.
So, what were you gonna say about Backwoods?
Oh, it's just the 3-year anniversary show. It's just we're just gonna be discussing just bullshitting about stuff, different movies.
That's
Nothing.
this Sunday.
This Sunday, I believe it's at 6:00.
Okay.
And I guess Poe's going to be on there. Maybe that Joey guy. They're going to try to maybe ask Steve. They were going to ask you to be on there, or they wanted me to ask you. So if you can be on there, said something about they're trying that they got like 6 licenses, and they're going to try to fill them all or have people cycling in and out. So I don't know how it's going to go.
Well, we'll have to see.
I don't even know if I should be there, because I wasn't there from the beginning, So
right.
I'm a late bloomer, but I'm part of the crew now. So
right.
So yeah.
So all right, then.
It was a good episode. I'm going to get up, and even though I shouldn't be smoking, I'm going to get up and have a cigarette and go get some dinner, and then I'm probably going to go to bed because I'm fucking lame, man.
But listen to Love Injection from Bang Tango.
That's coming up. Yeah, that's going to be playing when I'm having my cigarette. So
and Pickin' Boogers by
Pickin' Boogers, Biz Markie, man.
All right. So all right, man. We'll see you.
Sounds good, man. You have a good one. Everybody, thanks for watching. Peace.
All right. All right, guys. Well, that was another week. And like I said, don't forget to tune in Saturday night. And I will be back next Wednesday for my live show back. So there you go. So until next time, I'm out.